Your insurance should be too. Call Blanchard and Calhoun Insurance.
From the station that's on your side, breaking news.
Breaking news in the last half hour, we're learning Aiken County public safety officers are responding to a shooting this afternoon. We're told it happened on Camellia Street around 3:50 p.m., which is not that far away from downtown Aiken. We've reached out to officers for more information on what led up to the shooting and if there are any victims, but they can't share any more information at this time. And an update to the case of a 13-year-old's death last month. Richmond County deputies confirmed they're on the lookout for this man pictured behind me, who they say is wanted for the murder of Buddy Brown. Here's a better look at him on your screen. Deputies say 30-year-old Gregory Thornton is suspected of gunning down Brown on March 28th after he picked up a late-night food delivery. They say he's considered armed and dangerous. And this matches up with what authorities believe in regards to the case. The FBI and U.S. Marshals Service plan to serve a warrant at his apartment in Hartford County, where they believed he fled to the Baltimore area after the incident. But they say Thornton took them on a high-speed chase. They called off the chase because it was too dangerous. And Thornton reportedly fled with his girlfriend in a black Chevrolet Camaro with a white racing stripe. Brown's family tells us a woman is in custody here. Authorities don't know where he is now, but they believe he's still in the Baltimore region. Richmond County deputies say you can call the sheriff's office if you know anything on Thornton. And a fire is contained after it started earlier this afternoon. Richmond County dispatchers say the call came in just after 3 p.m. when smoke started showing on Wheeless Road. That's right next to Gordon Highway. They say no injuries have been reported yet. When our crew got to the scene an hour later, the fire appeared to be extinguished. 3 buildings appeared to have been affected by burns as well. Dispatchers told us no injuries were reported at this time. And 2 counties took the chance to celebrate and give back during this year's Earth Day. Aiken County and Augusta-Richmond County areas started bright and early with some fun activities for families to try out. But our Sydney Hood also highlights how city leaders want you to stay green.
Well, we know today is all about celebrating the earth, and here that's exactly what's going on. Between music, food, and of course activities, you really can't go wrong. It's fun for the entire family, but most importantly, it teaches you a thing or two about the planet and how to stay green.
Well, this is the only earth we have, so hopefully we take care of it so that they can have a wonderful life here and have less to worry about as they get older, because while we live here, they live here too, and so will future generations. So we need to take care of it for everyone.
And coming up all new tonight on News 12 at 11 o'clock, we'll take you all across the area to all the Earth Day events and hear why keeping the planet clean is more than a single day's effort.
Well, the battle is still raging on over FDA-approved pill that's used in more than half of abortions in the U.S. On Friday, the Supreme Court issued an order to preserve access to mifepristone while the legal process still continues. Christian Benavides has more details on this.
Next month, a federal appeals court is set to hear arguments in the legal battle over the abortion pill mifepristone. Late Friday, the Supreme Court halted temporary restrictions on access to the drug while the battle plays out in the lower courts.
The Fifth Circuit will review the case on its merits in a few weeks, and they will issue an opinion.
The case, which could make its way back to the Supreme Court, began in Texas. The litigation seeks to reverse the FDA's approval of the drug more than 2 decades ago.
Well, really, judges should not be making medical decisions for individuals or decisions about the safety of a medication. They don't have the background for it.
Following Friday's ruling, President Biden released a statement saying he stands by the FDA's, quote, independent expert authority to review, approve, and regulate a wide range of prescription drugs. A lawyer representing the group that filed the initial challenge said the fight is not over.
This is the first opportunity where our clients can go in front of the courts and present to the courts all the unlawful behavior and reckless behavior by the FDA to approve these drugs.
2 conservative justices, Clarence Thomas and Samuel Alito, said they disagreed with the court's action Friday, though no other justice commented publicly. Christian Benavides, CBS News.
The dispute over mifepristone comes less than a year after the Supreme Court's conservative majority overturned Roe v. Wade. The pill is approved for use through 10 weeks of pregnancy and is commonly prescribed to treat miscarriages.
Well, thank you for those updates, Craig. We did see a pretty warm day around the afternoon, around the CSRA this afternoon. Pretty seasonal. A lot of temperatures near 80, and we'll talk about more in that forecast coming up next.
Take a look.
Let's take another look at tonight's winning numbers. Remember, there are multiple ways to win. Good luck, everyone. We'll see you back here Monday night.
From the station that's on your side, this is News 12, NBC 26 at 11.
Earth Day is almost over for the U.S. Tonight at 11, we check in with two major counties, see how they chose to get back to the planet. But new at 11, Richmond County deputies responded to a shooting in downtown Augusta earlier tonight. Deputies say it happened on 4th Street at Ellis Street just before 9:30 p.m. They found two men had been shot at least one time, and they were taken to the hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. No word yet on what led up to the shooting or who the suspects are. And first, Richmond County deputies are on the lookout for a suspect in the death of a 13-year-old boy. Nearly a month ago, Buddy Brown was shot from behind on Broad Street while picking up a to-go order. Authorities now have a suspect in mind. Here's a look at him on your screen. Deputies say 30-year-old Gregory Thornton is wanted in reference to murder. This matches up with what other authorities believe that we also reported just before the weekend. The FBI and U.S. Marshal's Office were going to serve a warrant in Hartford County outside of Baltimore area, but they say Thornton led them on a high-speed chase. They canceled that chase because it was too dangerous. And when we checked in with Brown's family, they told us they spoke to investigators who told them they believe when Buddy went downstairs to go to get food, Thornton was trying to get into the building. They believe Buddy wouldn't open the door for him, and authorities believe he's still on the run in the Baltimore area. If you have any information concerning Thornton, call the sheriff's office. Deputies say he's considered armed and dangerous. Over to Aiken. Aiken Department of Public Safety officers say two men suffered injuries earlier today from a shooting over there. They say they responded to reports of a shooting on Roosevelt Court around 3:50 p.m. This is our crew at the scene 3 hours later when they found crime scene tape surrounding a car which appeared to have bullet holes on the outside. Officers found 28-year-old and a 26-year-old males with gunshot wounds when they got there. No word yet on the victims' conditions or what led up to the shooting.
Well, thank you for those updates, Craig, as far as news goes. Switching over to weather now, we are looking at our radar network.
Well, Earth Day is celebrated every year on April 22nd as a way to get back to the planet that we all live on. Sometimes that includes fun activities and food for family to try. Counties on both sides of the Savannah, for Aiken, their first time since the pandemic, taught fun and important lessons to the next generation. Our Sydney Hood is live in the newsroom after checking out the festivities in Aiken and Richmond counties. Sydney, what did city leaders and activists want people to take away from today?
Well, Craig, it was all about knowing that keeping the planet clean is more than just a single day's effort. And all over the CSRA, folks learned a thing or two about our planet while, of course, having fun.
Look what I found in the dirt. I found something.
Kids have been looking through the compost, trying to find different insects, so we can talk more about what their role is in the dirt and in the ecosystem and how they're very helpful for us.
I caught that, Daddy. I caught that.
They're definitely really excited and amazed by it, especially when you pull them up under the macroscope.
Whoa. He keeps moving.
He does keep moving a lot.
The cool thing about it was when I got to look at them under the microscope because they looked really cool, and I got to see all of their features.
From the looks of it here,
Yeah, Daddy donated that.
the great outdoors sounds really great.
I want to raise her to like being outdoors, to share that same passion of being outdoors.
Doing so with care.
Well, this is the only Earth we have. While we live here, they live here too, and so will future generations. So we need to take care of it for everyone.
Preserving for tomorrow the earth and the things we enjoy today.
And today is all about just that.
That they learn today what they can apply the rest of their lives.
A moment enjoyed by both the student and the teacher.
It's just something you want to share. You want to share your plants. You want to share your knowledge. You just want to make people, feel what you feel.
The real feeling here?
Because when people are out here with you and having a good time.
And both Augusta and Aiken saw hundreds of folks come out today to celebrate Earth. And the learning, well, it was for all ages, not just the kids.
Alrighty, getting down in the dirt for that coverage. Thank you for that, Sydney Hood. Coming up, the Augusta African American Historical Society unveiled a new statue today paying tribute to an Augusta-born man who was a trailblazer in history. In comparison are lighter, but the value of these patriots who fought in the Revolutionary War have more importance to the world. Saturday was a chance for record fans to find their favorite music, and it looks like there was a great turnout at Gransky Records downtown earlier today as well. It's for an event called Record Store Day. It encourages music fans to support independently owned record stores. And we checked in with Gransky Records yesterday, who says they wanted to focus on showcasing new releases for people who love vinyl. Tonight, the Rosa T. Beard Debutante Club held their annual Cotillion Ball, a tradition that has taken place since 1965. The organization's mission is to empower young ladies to be positive community leaders. Tonight was the culmination event for high school juniors and seniors after a year-long of activities. The ball was at the Bell Auditorium, and some former debutantes were also recognized.
And a great looking event right there. I was a part of a botillion back home, so some good stuff right there for those younger folks. Rainfall chances stay low for tomorrow. By the middle of next week, we're talking about some rain moving in. The forecast comes next.
Plus, we take you to one of